Good day, traders. Gakuna trading. Today's topic will be prop firms. Prop firms is scam. Why do I say so? Now, how would a prop firm give you an account to pass a challenge with so many rules, like unbearable rules? The real prop firms are prop firms in the US and the UK that I know of, that you go there, you apply, and they employ you physically, where you would go to work every day trading a specific firm's account, and you have to use their strategy in managing those accounts. If you don't do well, they sack you. If you do well, they pay you. Like, it's a job, right? You are going to work every day. That is the real prop firm. Okay, they don't even have this much rules as these online prop firms do. Please, if you want to make money in trading, I've flipped $200 to 500 before. When I started out last year, I showed traders that it is possible for you to flip your real account, not a prop firm account. You can flip your account on a very good day that is easy to make money on. But you need to understand when the market will be ready to move. You can decide that, okay, I want to put this $100 in my account, and I'm going to look for a very good first red day or 3 days of breakouts. If you don't see those setups, you shouldn't trade. But when you see them, then you can trade, because yes, that is the setup that will make you money. Okay, so when you use your own money, you have no rules. The only rules you have is your rules in your playbook. Your own rules in your own playbook. What are the rules? You want to buy low and sell high, not just buying low and selling high, on specific criteria based on what we have learned from our mentors: Al Brooks, Peter Brandt, Stacy Buck, Jim Dalton, a whole lot of godfathers of trading out there. You see a criteria, you follow your rules. You want a pullback, you want a breakout, a pullback. How many number of bars do you want to see on that pullback? Is it a strong breakout? How do you trade strong breakouts? Okay, do you have 3 days of breakouts? Do you have a 3-day setups? Also understanding that a 3-day setup will either continue in the direction of a trend or will reverse. That can then lead to 3 days of breakouts. The market can keep going. The market does not care. So, in summary, I want you guys to trade your own account. Work, save up some money. Even if it's $100 or $200, look for a high probability setup and flip that money 100 to 200. From 200, you withdraw 50. You try again. Before you know it, you've moved $100 to 500. You've moved 200 to 700. I've done it before. 200 for traders. When I started out, we moved $200 to $700. Yes, within your capacity. Before you know it, you've built up to 1,000. If you are disciplined enough, take some profit off, take care of yourself, buy yourself something nice, you go again. If you're not sure of a trade, 0.01 lot, $1 lot, test it. You are not a robot. You are a human being. You're a human being. And our caveman brain tends to react when the money is real. But if you are stubborn, like I said, where there's fear, there's money. You need to be stubborn. You need to be a stubborn trader. Yes, to make money, you have to be stubborn. To make money, you have to be very, 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 very stubborn. Test the trade. Look at me yesterday, 0.01 lot, 0.1 lot, testing out trades. They took me out, yes, and so what? I lost $10. I lost $2 on the ones I used 0.01 lot. I lost $1. I lost 50 cents. But then the money I made on GBP covered that loss. So even in life, to make money, you have to lose money. That is the psychology behind trading. So why can't I test it and see? Okay, I used 0.01 lot. I tested a setup. It evolves properly. I add size. Add again. Add again. It takes me out on 0.01 lot. I don't add. I monitor the market. Come back in the next session. Or I leave the 0.01 lot to run. Maybe in the US session, they would kick off in the direction of my 0.01 lot so I can add what? A higher lot size. That is trading. Then if the probability is very high, jump in direct with size. If the probability is complicating, you test it, you test it, you test it, you test it, you test it till you are sure of what you are looking for. That is trading. Right, guys, now the screener, you see the screener? GBP is showing 3 days of 3-day longs and closed in breakout. Yesterday showed 3-day setup. Now let's take a look at the replay of yesterday. Now the market played out here. It gave us, let's see what happened on GBP. Watch. It broke out of previous day's high. After what? Day 1. Inside it does not count. The indicator calculates that day 1 inside it does not count. Day 2 breaks out. Day 3 breaks out of what? Wednesday's high. Now it will either reverse or continue. Understanding a 3-day setup, that the 3-day setup will either continue or reverse. But we have a strong bull breakout. The market is out of balance, out of Monday's high. The market went out of balance and pulled back and continued in the direction of that trend. We had a 3-day setup that blew off in the direction of the trend. You can see that. Today the market breaks out of previous day's high. It triggered 3 days of breakout. That's why you see the 3-day longs. Okay, you see 3-day longs. Now most traders will try to short this. Well, it may reverse later on in the US session. I don't know, but for me, my understanding is I'm in a bull trend. And if you go to the higher time frames, let's say the 1 hour, you see this is what our Brooks calls a strong bull breakout. Can you see that? And this type of breakout on higher time frames, pullbacks are 1 bear bars or 2. Today in the US, in the London session, we had a breakout which triggered 3-day longs and a 1-bar, 2-bar pullback, pin hammer engulfment, continuation in the direction of that trend above the moving averages. How does price behave? Understanding pullbacks in a strong bull breakout. If this market was to reverse, by now would have been underneath the moving averages on higher time frames. But no, they may reverse later on, but all I know is I'm break even and I'm still on this trade from yesterday. Because I understand that 3 days, a 3-day setup will either continue. This is what I call 3-day setup inside the template in the ebook. Those of you who have the ebook, you see examples of an inside the template, which will either reverse or continue in the direction of the trend. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, continuation. But then day 1 longs, day 2 longs, day 3 longs. The setups move together. As an SB trader, you should have that in mind. The setups move together. Okay, the setups moves together. Now we had EuroCAD displaying an FGD. Let's know why it displayed an FGD. Now we are in a strong bull breakout, a strong bull channel. Okay, a strong bull trend. We are totally above the moving average. Now we had what? We have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Traders thought this was FGD. No, disappointed them. We had a reversal of a failed breakout of Tuesday's low. Okay, now this becomes what? A low of week that closes above the previous close. Let's put on our indicator for Gakuna setup, Gakuna levels. So you see that a lower close, a higher close, low of week, higher close, FGD. That is why it's showing here, and it's an inside day also. So it's showing an FGD inside day. What do we have? We have the buy low setup in Asia. The market broke out, a 3-bar pullback, and a continuation, which has taken out the high of month. That level you see, there's a high of month. Please, if you don't have your high of month levels on, put that on chart. Now, understanding that the market is totally out of balance right now. You hear Stacy talking about out of balance market. He's not the inventor. Go and study out of balance market profile by Jim Dalton. We all learned from somebody. He learned from his mentors, put a lot of stuff together by himself and brought it to our mind's eye. Now we have seen what he has brought to us. FGD, which is on Al Brooks, this is what? A higher low major trend reversal. Okay, we have wedge tops, wedge bottoms, classical chart patterns by Peter Brandt. There are traders who trade just classical chart patterns. They don't do any other thing else but classical chart patterns. Okay, we had the Euro USD 3-day longs. Euro USD 3-day longs. You can see there's a build up to this. I think yesterday Euro USD showed a 3-day setup, but we need to know the build up behind that. We are out of balance. Okay, very tricky. Now we had an inside. We had the double inside day. Okay, day 1 inside day, day 2, day 3. The indicator would have picked this up as a 3-day setup. Let's take a look at the indicator, the screen, the replay of that level from here. Let's see what the indicator did there. I think it showed a 3-day setup from that level. Someone called my attention to that. We had boom, 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 Euro USD. Good. Boom. 3-day setup. See there? 3-day setup. Now, 1 inside, 2, 3. Blow off in the direction of the trend. A 3-day setup will either what? Blow off in the direction of the trend or reverse. It did not reverse. It rather went out of balance, out of what? Monday's high, and stayed broken out, making what? Higher highs, consecutive bull bars closing near their highs, strongly above the moving average. Okay, the market proceeds to break out further and give us 3 days of breakout traders in the market. So that's what we have there now. Why is it 3 days of breakout traders in the market? Put on the levels. We have day 1 longs, day 2 longs in the market. Let's mark that up. The screener is doing its job. It just picks up the data. Day 1 longs, day 2 longs, day 3 longs triggered into the market. Breakout, pullback, continuation. Will they reverse on Monday? I have no idea. I don't know what this market tends to do, but all I know is we're in the bull channel, and for a Euro USD pair, it broke out in Asia, pulled back in the gap time, 1, 2, 3, pin bar, and a bull bar. So US London traders are currently in profit. The buyers are in profit. We're out of balance. Okay, we went out of balance ever since on Thursday. So this is just a tip of it. Now we had GBP JPY. How does price behave from yesterday? Yesterday we had a reversal trade, which I took. The market pulled back and gave a sell high setup of the FROD in Asia. Remember what I said, that FRODs move in Asia for Asian cross pairs. They would move in Asia. They always move in Asia. You look at USD JPY, it's an FROD also. What happened? They moved in Asia. See, FRD, and there's also an inside day which can present low hanging fruit trend continuation. We had a what? FRD, a breakout, a sell high session in Asia. You see, which what I'm saying? First red days always have good follow through in Asia. Good follow through in Asia, pulls back in gap time to the moving average. We're in a bear trend. And what happens? A continuation in London. Sell high setup in London. We are out of balance. Well, we had NZDJPY. Did they respect it? NZDJPY. We had a signal on the screener first red day, but the market is what? In a trading range. When the market is a trading range like this, maybe you leave it for the US session. We're in balance. Now, we had UNZD, which I traded today with the members. A first green day, we started buying from yesterday. The market closed as an FRD, but did not play out like that way. So we bought. We have a double bottom, a test of the closing price, and a continuation. Consecutive bull bars closing near their highs. This market may continue in the US session and may close higher. Okay, or who knows what the market may do. But we need to be very careful. We have an FGD. We want to see higher highs. We have a higher high, as you can see there. A buy setup in London, which stops at below here. Let's see how the market plays out. We're approaching gap time. We may consolidate or we may pull back further to scare traders out and continue. But no matter what, we have our exit plans here. Now the market also showed a inside day for natural gas. Okay, natural gas is an inside day. Yesterday is an inside day. Okay, yeah, you can see that inside day. For me, I don't trade inside days. I only look at it when it's a signal day inside day. So it can be first red day inside day, first green day inside day. That entices me to look at that market. USD Swiss franc has 3-day short. Let's look at that. Why is it 3-day short? It helps you learn. The screener helps you learn. Also helps you understand what the market is doing, so you can learn from it. We have 3 days of short, high of week, breakout high, breakout low, outside day. Okay, we have day one short in the market. Okay, day one short in the market. You can see that the screener. The two shorts in the market closed in breakout. USD Swiss francs, it closed in breakout. Then we have what the 3 shorts triggered into the market, breakout, pullback, and we are out of balance. Whenever a market is out of balance, there's a probability that they may not reverse. They may continue dumping to the downside. Remember, we want to identify bear trends and bull trends, especially strong ones like what we have here. Okay, this is strong bear trend down. We want to identify them so we can align ourselves with other time frame traders. So, well, the US session, we'll see what happens. Everybody get to your homework, get to your books, and look at markets and see what you can do for yourselves. I talked about the Euro US. Okay, yeah, the USD card also good formation, FGD formation. Okay, see it has moved, but we broke out of a monthly high. Be careful, be very careful. You might see reversal from here. AUD USD 3-day setup. Now let's take a look at AUD USD. Why it sees 3-day setup? There's always a reason why. Day one, low of week, outside day, day 2, day 3, it broke out of the high of Thursday. So 1, 2, 3, breakout, pullback, gaining support. Let's see how this market goes. They may continue upward. I have no idea, but let's see. Maybe a breakout test of the breakout level and continuation down. But we're out of balance. When the market is out of balance, we want to be careful and align ourselves in the direction of that out of balance direction. So let's see what happens when the markets go with you. Study the chart, look at what is happening. NZD USD, before I go, NZD USD is also displaying 3D setup, blowing off in the direction of the trend. We have the day one, Okay, day 1, day 2, day 3, we have a previous high of month level. Who knows, they may break out of that level and fail, but we're out of balance, making higher highs. FGD on Wednesday, you can see that those who saw this FGD, congratulations. Breakout, pullback, 1, 2, 3, continuation, and boom. So yes, this is why it's showing a 3-day setup and closed in breakout. The screener does not tell you where to buy and sell. It only shows you that you have a setup. You learn from that setup, you mark up your chart, and you execute on the trading day by what you see on the chart in line with your setup or what invalidates the setup. May the markets go with you. Thank you for taking our time to listen to me. Do well to like and share this video. Let other traders who aspire to learn SB style trading get to see this. May the markets go with you. Remember, 1% better every single day. Thank you, and God bless you all.